a lot of the new growing trends of traveling in Cambodia has been discovered, because before the biggest tourism industry was mostly focusing on the Siem Reap area, where the Angkor Wat and all the other monuments and temples are located, and also the beach area like Sihanouk Vale, Koh Kong, Kep, and Kampot. But during the pandemic, people are start exploring. So ecotourism has been one of the highlights of the throughout the whole 2 years. New people are enjoying nature, going out hiking and bushwalking, mountain climbing, and sightseeing, bird watching. This is something that we recently discovered and highly promoted, and I think this will goes well with the Korean traveler, because as I understand, Korean traveler, especially young traveler, they love to go and explore the ecotourism industry.
Yes, they have many places Korean people visit to Qatar. They have Islamic Museum, Qatar National Museum. By the way, Qatar Museum National, the big wave is built by Korean company. If you see, it's the same the flower. It's very difficult design, but the Korean company, he built the Korean Qatar National Museum. I recommend to visit Qatar also. Some outside area, Said area, this is beautiful area if you need to see. Many places in Qatar can people enjoy.
We're very proud of our UNESCO heritage sites. These are both a combination of man-made sites, but we also have World Heritage natural sites, such as a subterranean river system in Palawan, which I think is a must visit, especially for our Korean friends who are interested in ecotourism. We've made it a point to manage all these sites, whether they're man-made sites like vegan or natural sites like the subterranean river, to an extent where we don't overstress the site. So it's a more mindful and really meaningful and sustainable way of preserving these sites for generations, not just for future generations of Filipinos, but also for people around the world who would like to come and visit these sites. You mentioned Vigan already, which is a beautiful city. It's in the part of the country where part of my family is from, actually. My mother is from that part of the country, in the northern part. But there are also so many other places to visit in the Philippines. For example, the island of the province of Bohol is one of our premier ecotourism sites with attractions which you would not find anywhere else in the world. It is a top biodiversity site in the Philippines. It's the home, for example, to the tarsier, which is the world's smallest primate. It's just about, you can hold it in the palm of your hands. But I have a small hand, so maybe if visitors with larger hands, you can actually fit this small primate in your hands. But I think they're also managing this, and I don't think they really allow that such close contact anymore. But certainly you can see the tarsier, and we have the Chocolate Hills of Bohol, which is really an enigmatic geological formation. It's several hundred hills, all and during the dry season, from afar, these are colored brown, so they resemble chocolate mounds, little chocolate mounds. That's why they're called Chocolate Hills. And it's also the home to a number of churches dating back to the colonial period, old massive churches with frescoes and carvings, which I think would be interesting for the culturally inclined and historically inclined tourists, and also a whole range of adventure tourism attractions such as climbing, rappelling, spelunking, and water sports. So for ecotourism and for those who want to enjoy nature, the beauty of nature, Bohol is another destination. And of course, there are other popular destinations in the country, and like Boracay, Cebu, Clark for the golf enthusiasts. And I know many of our Korean friends are golf enthusiasts, so they frequent these places. Of course, Manila has its own attractions.
It is definitely July, beginning of July, when we still have white nights, so it doesn't really get dark, and summer is nice, warm and dry. There are no direct flights, but you can very easily approach us through Helsinki, taking Finnair flights, and it's 8 hours, eight and a half, 9 hours, I guess. And the last bit from Helsinki to Tallinn is 20 minutes by plane. Easy.
Bargaining is a big thing in Egypt. You have to, in the market, if they ask you for a certain price for a product or something they want to sell, you can make your offer. You kind of go back and forth about the price. And this is the traditional shisha, or the hookah, for smoking, the tobacco. It resembles the old times. It's not anymore like this, but the buildings are still there. The feeling of the market is still there, and you can see how this has endured time, and this is where a lot of the silverware where you have seen here is being made in small workshops.
This celebration, the celebration of the UAE National Day, commemorated of the Federal Federation journey. Since the establishment on December 2nd, 1971, by the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and his founder, the rulers of the other 6 Emirates. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the UAE, has followed in their footsteps, leading our nation on march of continuous progress and prosperity. This national occasion is an opportunity to celebrate UAE achievement over the past years. Following the directive of His Highness President Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed and under the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai, and the supervision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and the Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Force. The UAE has invested in development its people and nation capacity to become one of the world's best countries. In the time, the Union Jubilee for the UAE as planned to be within the vision of the UAE 2021. Every year, this event is celebrated by the UAE citizens at home and abroad.